There is a lie you've told yourself so many times, it's practically part of your DNA now. I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow you'll get serious. Tomorrow you'll change. Tomorrow you'll be the version of you that you promised yourself you'd become. But here's a brutal truth you've been dodging. How many tomorrows have you already buried? How many dreams have you silently murdered by putting them off to some imaginary future? Pain doesn't wait for tomorrow. Regret doesn't wait either. They both live right here, right now. They are merciless companions, and they don't clock out just because you're tired of feeling them. And maybe you've already felt it, that crack in your foundation. Maybe it was a moment that hit like a punch to the chest. A betrayal, a loss, a breaking point. Or worse, maybe it was slow, so quiet you barely noticed. The day your passion turned into procrastination. The moment your standard lowered and you didn't even flinch. You didn't fall all at once. You drifted. That's the most dangerous fall of all, the one where you slowly forget who you were born to be. The invisible fall. No one talks about the fall in real life. Social media celebrates wins, trophies, milestones. No one posts the nights they cry alone. No one shows the breakdowns before the breakthroughs. But let me tell you something no one else will. Your fall is not the end. It's the forge. It's the process of being stripped down so you can rise again, not as who you were, but as who you were meant to be. The depth of your fall determines the height of your rise. And some of you are so far down that when you rise, the world won't even recognize you anymore. They'll call it a miracle, but you'll know it was a decision you made right now. Don't you dare wait. Don't wait until life forces you to change, because life will, one way or another. It will throw a loss at you, a heartbreak, a diagnosis, a crisis you didn't prepare for, and you'll realize too late what you could have done when you still had the time, the energy, the fire. Don't let that be your story. Don't be the person watching this, nodding along and then doing absolutely nothing. Because here's the part where I guilt trip you for your good. If you've listened this far and you still haven't subscribed to this channel, you need to ask yourself one thing. What are you so afraid of? Accountability? Growth? Truth? Will you be just another person who consumes content to feel inspired and then make no changes? No, not this time. Subscribe right now before you talk yourself out of it again. Not for me, for you. Because if you don't hit that button, this message will fade and tomorrow will steal another piece of your future. And if you refuse to subscribe, I want to see you in the comments. Explain to the world why you're still choosing comfort over change. We'll be waiting. Transformation is violence. Everyone thinks transformation is beautiful. They picture soft music, motivation, and a new morning routine. But real transformation is violent. Not the kind that hurts others, but the kind that breaks you open from the inside out. You think a caterpillar becomes a butterfly by just stretching its wings? No. It dissolves into chaos inside that chrysalis. It becomes unrecognizable before it becomes magnificent. That's your journey now. You don't just improve your life, you liquefy your old one. You melt down every lie, every excuse, every weak habit, every broken belief. And you rebuild, cell by cell. That's not comfortable. That's war. And the battleground is inside your mind. The real enemy is you. Most people think the enemy is outside. A bad boss, a broken home, a ruthless economy. But let's stop lying. The real enemy lives in your own head. It's the voice that says, "You're too late. You're not smart enough. You'll fail like last time. Why bother?" You've heard that voice for so long, you might mistake it for your own. It's not. It's a virus, a parasite, a liar. The truth is this: you are not defined by what happened to you. You are defined by what you do next. Let me repeat that so it brands into your soul. You are defined by what you do next. Most people fail right here. Most people never make it through the comeback. Not because they're weak, not because they're dumb, but because they misunderstand the process. They think change will feel good, that progress will come fast, that discipline will be convenient. It won't. The alarm clock will ring when your body begs for rest. The work will wait when your motivation is gone. The reps will burn when no one is watching. And the people around you? Many will try to stop you not because they hate you but because your growth will expose their stagnation. That's the price of transformation. You must go alone. The comeback isn't a group journey. It's a solo mission. At some point, you'll have to walk forward with no applause. No one is checking in. No likes. No comments. Just silence. And that silence? That's where you find out who you are. Can you still show up? Still train? Still push? When no one is watching. That's where greatness is born. This is the moment. Let me ask you something right now. If not now, When? Next week? Next year? When did you finally hit rock bottom? Because news flash, rock bottom doesn't come with a warning. One day you just wake up and realize everything you were avoiding has caught up to you. And you're drowning in the weight of everything you could have done but didn't. Don't let it come to that. Hit subscribe now if you're done pretending. If you're serious about this. And if you're not, go down to the comment section and explain why you're okay living a lie. Because here's the truth no one else will tell you. If this message found you, it was meant for you. There are no accidents. Everything you've survived was training. All that pain? It wasn't punishment. It was preparation. Every betrayal? Every failure? Every lonely night? Training. You were being shaped, hardened, forced. Because you're not here to be average. You're not here to repeat the cycle of your parents, your friends, your past. You're here to break the cycle. To become someone unrecognizable from the person you used to be. The real reason you're still here. If you weren't built for this, you wouldn't still be breathing. You wouldn't have survived what you've survived. You're still here because your comeback isn't just for you. It's for everyone watching. Everyone is waiting to see if it's possible. Everyone who's on the edge of giving up. You don't get to quit. You don't get to disappear. You get to rise. And if you won't rise for yourself, rise for the people who are watching you in silence, hoping you'll make it. Because of your courage, it permits them to start. Your presence creates power. From now on, your secret weapon is presence. When you train, train completely. When you rest, rest completely. When you plan, focus completely. When you act, commit completely. This level of presence builds momentum. And momentum? Once it's moving, it's nearly unstoppable. Because what you do in silence determines how loud your life speaks. You've been given a choice right now. Either hit subscribe and take responsibility for your life, or scroll past and keep pretending that tomorrow will save you. But remember this, tomorrow is the graveyard of dreams. Still haven't clicked? Then comment and explain why. Explain to your future self why you chose comfort over power. We'll still be here. But you'll be back in the same place. The lie of identity. You've been lied to about identity. You were told you were shy, lazy, unmotivated, unworthy, damaged. You started to believe these words. You even began to say them yourself. But let me ask you something powerful. Were you born like that, or did you become that way by repeating it long enough? Identity isn't fixed. It's formed through repetition, choice, pain, and belief. So if it was built, it can be rebuilt. Piece by piece. Deliberately. Intentionally. But here's the price. You have to kill the version of you that was built on lies. That version that lived off other people's approval. That version that feared rejection so much, they settled for being invisible. That version that said yes to everything but their dreams. You don't get to carry that version into your future. You burn it, because transformation is a sacrifice. This time is different, because you are. Most people go through life thinking change means doing more. But real change starts by becoming more. More honest. More disciplined. More awake. The difference this time isn't in the world, it's in you. This time you're not hoping for things to change. You're becoming the force that changes things. You're not a victim of circumstances. You're the architect of consequences. Now listen closely. If you're still not subscribed to this channel, you're doing one of two things. You're either lying to yourself that you're not ready, or you're quietly hoping you'll get results without responsibility. Let me tell you the truth that soft society won't. If you're scared to subscribe, you're scared of commitment. And if you're scared of commitment, don't expect your life to change. Because life doesn't reward people who dabble. It rewards those who decide. So click subscribe. Not next time. Right now. Before your excuses speak louder than your future. And if you still don't, you'd better go to the comments and confess. I'm not ready to stop lying to myself. Let's see if you can even admit it. Discipline is the new freedom. You've been conditioned to fear discipline. They told you it was too rigid, too controlling, too cold. But the truth? Discipline is freedom. Freedom from regret. Freedom from chaos. Freedom from repeating the same cycles over and over until your life becomes a loop of mediocrity. Discipline doesn't trap you. Lack of discipline does. When you control your time, your body, your mind, you own your life. And owning your life is the most dangerous weapon in a world designed to keep you small. The death of excuses. Excuses are the handcuffs of the weak. I don't have time. I don't have support. I don't know how. Do you think the people who rose from nothing waited for someone to hand them a roadmap? No. They decided that excuses would die before their dreams did. You're not short on time. You're short on focus. You're not short on motivation. You're short on consistency. You're not unlucky. You're undisciplined. And today you bury the excuses. You don't need permission. You've been waiting. For permission. For validation. For someone to tell you you're allowed to rise. But what if that person is never coming? What if no one ever shows up to save you? Then what? Will you lie in the ashes of wasted time? Or will you finally understand that you don't need a green light? You are the light. You are the signal. The permission. The reason. The start. Start now. Start messy. Start tired. But start. Let me speak to the part of you that's still hesitating. If this video disappeared tomorrow, would you have anything left to remind you of what you felt just now? Because if you don't subscribe, you risk forgetting all of this. Your mind will go back to sleep. Your patterns will take over. You'll fall back into the coma of distraction. That's how people die with their potential still inside them. So, subscribe before you vanish back into autopilot. Because if you don't, be honest. Go to the comments and tell us. I gave up on myself again. Let's see how many are brave enough to admit it. This is psychological war. This isn't motivation. It's war. A war against the parts of you that are addicted to comfort. A war against the algorithm that numbs you with distraction. A war against culture's obsession with the easy way. But you're not here for the easy. You're here for transformation. And transformation doesn't arrive with a welcome mat. It arrives with a mirror and a demand. A demand to look at everything inside you that's not aligned with the future you say you want. And either face it or stay stuck. Rewiring the system. Your brain doesn't want growth. It wants safety. That's why the moment you step outside your comfort zone, you feel anxiety. It's not a warning. It's a test. Will you retreat or will you rewire? Every time you act in courage, you teach your brain something new. Every time you push forward instead of fold, you change the wiring. And soon, fear stops being your default. Power does. You're not behind, you're being prepared. Some of you feel behind. Like you wasted years. Like it's too late. But that's the lie. You're not behind. You're being seasoned. Prepared. Because when your time comes, and it will, you will be ready in a way the world won't expect. Your pain has been your curriculum. Your silence, your sanctuary. Your delay, your design. It's not over. It's just begun. Let go or be dragged. If you want to rise, you have to let go. Let go of the people who only love the weaker version of you. Let go of the habits that soothe but don't strengthen. Let go of the shame that was never yours to carry. Because if you don't let go, you will be dragged. And dragging isn't living. It's surviving. But this isn't the season for survival. This is the season for rebirth. Still with me? Then stop pretending this is just another video. This is a wake-up call. And if you hear this and still don't subscribe, then maybe you don't want to change. Maybe you want attention. Maybe you want to feel motivated, not be transformed. So hit subscribe now. Or explain in the comments why you'd rather scroll endlessly than build something real. This channel isn't for tourists. It's for warriors. Are you one? Kill the old you. There comes a point when motivation is no longer enough. When affirmations aren't enough. When even pain stops working. And that's the moment you have to do something brutal. Something permanent. You have to kill the old version of you. That version that begged for approval. That settled for maybe someday. That feared discomforts more than failure. You have to bury that version. Not hide it. Do not suppress it. Kill it. Because resurrection only begins after death. And until that weaker version is dead, your comeback is only pretend. This is your funeral for mediocrity. The grave of excuses. Right here. Right now. This is where your excuses come to die. No more. I'm just too tired. I'm not like them. It's too late for me. Enough. You've used those lies like shields, but they were never protecting you. They were caging you. There's no going back now. Only forward. Only deeper. Only real. You've made it this far in the video. You felt it. You've seen the truth in it. You've heard your own life echo through this entire resurrection message. But if you're still not subscribed to this channel, that says more about your fear than anything I could ever say. You're not afraid of this channel. You're afraid of becoming who you were born to be. Because deep down, you know, once you subscribe, there's no going back. No more excuses. No more hiding. No more pretending. You'll have declared war on the version of you that wasted years. And if that scares you, that's exactly why you need to subscribe. And if you won't, comment below. Say it with your chest. I chose fear over growth. Let your future self come back and read it later, if you dare. Rebuilding on truth. Your new life cannot be built on old patterns. You don't rise by hoping. You rise by burning bridges that lead back to weakness. This time you hold yourself to a new code. Discipline over distraction. Truth over convenience. Growth over comfort. Legacy over popularity. And yes, people will leave. They always do when you stop playing small. But better to walk alone in truth than be surrounded in lies. This is what rebirth feels like. It won't feel magical. It'll feel violent. It'll feel empty at first. You'll miss the people who like the broken version of you. You'll crave the comfort you once drowned in. But keep walking. Because what's waiting for you is worth everything it costs. A mind that listens. A body that obeys. A spirit that doesn't flinch. That's rebirth. Not a moment, but a metamorphosis. If you're still thinking, I'll subscribe later, let me make this clear. Later is how people die, full of regret. Every second you delay is another second your old life strengthens its grip on you. So stop hesitating. Smash that subscribe button like you're slamming a door shut on your past. Seal it, lock it, burn the key. And if you still don't, go to the comments. Tell us and tell yourself, I'll die waiting for the right moment. Because that's what most people do. The legacy mindset. Now it's time to think bigger. Not just about fixing your life. Not just about rising from pain. But about building something eternal. Your name should mean something. Your work should echo. Your journey should light the way for others who are still crawling through the dark. You're not just coming back for revenge. You're coming back to build a legacy so powerful, even your grandchildren will walk taller because of it. This is no longer about motivation. This is about immortality. And immortality isn't in living forever. It's in creating something that outlives you. You're not alone in this. This channel is not for viewers. It's for builders. For reborn warriors. For undeniable humans who refuse to live a recycled version of someone else's story. Subscribe not just to remember this moment, but to build your future with a community that understands the mission. A tribe that doesn't tolerate weakness. A digital brotherhood of relentless comeback stories. Still scrolling past? Still silent? Then comment. Say it. I wasn't ready to build a legacy. Watch how different you feel reading that in a week. Let me leave you with truths that the world will never say out loud. You will never be fully ready. Start anyway. No one is coming. Become the person you were waiting for. Every excuse you make becomes a weapon used against your future. Discipline won't save you at first. It will hurt you, then it will reshape you. Comfort is your cage. Pain is your path. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to stand up. To burn out the weakness. To rebuild yourself with an unshakable purpose. To leave a legacy that the average person can't even comprehend. This is it. The point where the old you dies for good. Where do you draw the line in the sand? Where you stop consuming change and start becoming it? This video isn't content. It's a confrontation. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. Not later. Not tomorrow. No. Because this isn't just a comeback anymore. It's a resurrection. And resurrection doesn't wait for permission. It rises. And if you still won't commit, say it in the comments. I wasn't brave enough to resurrect. Say it. Own it. But don't forget it. Because one day you'll wish you had chosen differently. The world doesn't need more half-hearted attempts at greatness. It doesn't need more people waiting to be noticed. It needs you. Fully alive. Fully committed. Fully transformed. No more pieces of your potential scattered across failed plans and forgotten goals. This is your complete rebirth. Rise not despite what broke you, but because of it. Rise not someday, but right now. Rise not for the applause, but for the man or woman you'll see in the mirror every single day moving forward. This is not a video. It's a vow. Welcome to your resurrection. Now build it.